So now that you can hear what the song sounds like, let me give you a quick breakdown. The song is pretty simple. You've only got a few elements such as the kick, claps, we've got some percussions, we got more tambourines, some sound effects, which you're always going to have on electronic dance music, a bass, a sub bass, we have some bass verb that I created in the mix, and then we have a breakdown with the guitar, reverse guitar, and then the piano and the lead instrument, which is basically this pluck. So let me go ahead and just play the drums for now. And let's jump ahead to this section. We'll loop that and we'll solo the kick. So we'll see that the kick is assigned to insert 9 and 10, and that corresponds to this channel. So let's go ahead and bypass all the plugins and hit loop. Now by itself, the kick actually sounds pretty good in my opinion. So we don't want to rebuild the wheel. But what we want to do is we want to finesse it and make it fit in the mix more. For starters, we're going to use the W492 EQ to just cut a little bit of the low mids. So you can hear it, I'm going to boost this frequency. This gives like a false tone to it. We can also bypass this particular band with this EQ, or turn it off here. You're going to notice that you also have a high pass filter or low cut here on the left. So I can set this to 80 or 140. In this case, the default setting is 20. We're going to leave that alone. Okay, so now that we found the frequency that we don't want, we're going to dip it just a little bit. Okay, we'll leave it alone for now. Next, we're going to use the Alt 436C compressor. And again, we're not going to compress the kick. We're just going to make it dance a little bit. Give it some movement. But this really brings up the attack of the kick. So before, you don't really hear the click. But with this you do, it just makes it more solid, more round, and it gives you that attack that we're going to need in order for the kick to cut through in the mix. Okay, lastly, we're going to use the same EQ as we were using before. But whereas on the first instance, we were cutting a little bit of the low mids before we fed into the compressor, on the EQ after, we're going to crank up a little bit of the lows. This is really going to give us that solid low end to hit hard on subsystems. And again, a little bit goes a long way here. Let's go ahead and bypass the entire chain. And let's play this in context with the rest of the drums. That makes the kick sound thin and small. This gives the kick some gravitas. Now that we have the kick in place, let's process our claps.